Military personnel. Does it get harder to adjust back to civilian life the longer you're serving? I enlisted in the Navy at 17. Left boot camp 5 days after my high school graduation. Spent 22 years before retiring as a senior chief. By then, I'd qualified on submarines, served on 4 different vessels, operated electronic warfare systems, and navigated a nuclear fast attack sub. Hell, I'd operated the world's deepest diving submarine and managed million-dollar repair jobs. My last assignment was on an Aegis cruiser in the Persian Gulf. I was managing 18 sailors across 5 work centers, responsible for about 5,000 pieces of electronic equipment. Real authority, real consequences. Then suddenly I'm home. After being a geographical bachelor for 2 years, I had to relearn how to be a husband, a neighbor, and a civilian at 39. First shock? Nobody gives a damn about your military accomplishments. Not employers, not neighbors, nobody except other vets. I dumbed down my resume as much as possible while still showing I hadn't been unemployed for 2 decades. Still got hit with "you're overqualified" in interviews. Sat there biting my tongue instead of saying I could do their job plus 3 others and still have time for extra coffee breaks. 9 months unemployed before another veteran finally hired me. He understood the gap. My marriage collapsed a few years later. Lots of factors, but the civilian transition was definitely part of it. 28 years later, I still have deployment nightmares and flashbacks to incidents at sea. Never found civilian work that uses even half the skills the Navy taught